Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. So this is my first time cooking beef stew and dumplings in a slow cooker. I've made it in the traditional method plenty of times before, but it's my first time using a slow cooker. Now I've heard a lot of good things about these, so I thought I'll give one a go and see how this recipe comes out. Let me know in the comments, of course, if you've used a slow cooker and what you use it for, what recipes you find work well. Now it's got three settings, low, high and warm, and of course you've got off, which is the position it's in at the moment, and you've got a light there to indicate when it is on. We can use a high setting today for this recipe. The warm setting is for once you've made your dish, if you just want to keep it warm before you're serving it. Of course you've got your lid there, and then inside you've got this bit comes out, so obviously you can clean it. I have just washed it in warm soapy water and just rinsed that off and dried it just for the first time of using it, and I've also washed the lid as well. So like I said, I've done beef stew and dumplings plenty of times before, but let's give it a go in a slow cooker. Now the good thing about slow cookers, of course, is you can just leave it for, this is going to take about 5 hours, and then we will do the dumplings later on. So let's get on with the first bit. So you can adjust, of course, the recipe, how many portions you want to make. This recipe will make about 6 servings. And the cook time is about 5.5 hours with 25 minutes prep time. And of course, the good thing about stews as well is you can add what vegetables you like, really. If you want to add some celery, and I've got leeks, parsnips, carrots, onions, add different bits and pieces in, same with herbs as well. So let's go through with what I've got. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to put some oil in. So let's just remove our lid, and I've got 2 tablespoons of just normal vegetable oil, which are going to go in. So let's just do that. I will zoom in to give you a closer look. Okay, so let's get that. Oil in, so 2 tablespoons of oil to go in, and then next we want to add in our vegetables. And for the vegetables, I've got 1 large leek and 1 onion, which I've just cut up. Just get that all in. And then I've got 2 medium carrots and 2 parsnips go in, which I've just not diced too small because you want it quite chunky in a recipe like this. So in we go. And then also we want to add some tomato puree, which we've got 3 tablespoons here. Just add that in. And like I say, if you're going out for a few hours, it's an ideal recipe where you can just leave it. Whereas obviously if you're doing it on the hob, you need to obviously keep an eye on it. Get that bit off. Okay. Right, and then we've got the next stage is I've got about 900 grams of beef steak here, which I've just cut into pieces, just dusted lightly with flour and removed any excess. And then we've got to add that to the slow cooker as well. So it's looking quite full at the moment, but you've got to bear in mind obviously it will cook down. I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, and then we've just got a few more ingredients to add. I've got 200 milliliters of red wine, which we're going to add to that, which will give it a nice flavour as well. So let's add that in. Okay. And then I've got some stock, just some beef stock, which is 600 milliliters. I'm going to add that in. Okay, and then a couple more ingredients. Oh, smell that wine, smelling lovely. I'm going to add just a couple of teaspoons of rosemary. You can use fresh if you want to. Rosemary, of course, goes nice with beef, so just going to sprinkle that in. Okay, lovely. Right, then what we've got to do now is we're going to just give it a bit of a stir just to combine everything. Just going to grab a spoon. Just give it a bit of a mix. Just get those vegetables mixed around, just get all the meat combined in. Okay. We need to add just a little bit of water or a bit of stock, just to get it covered. Add a touch more there, so everything's covered. Okay, and then what we want to do is put the lid on, and then we'll put it on high, so we need to turn it to a high setting. There we go, and the lights come on. I'm going to check it in 5 hours, but it may not take 5 hours. We'll just check to see if the beef is tender. That's the main thing. So 5 hours is a guideline, but I'll probably check it after about 4.5, just to see how it's doing. Okay, so I'll check in at 4.5 hours, see how we're getting on, see if it needs any longer. And this is kind of a recipe and a review in one, because like I said, I've never used a slow cooker before. So like I say, let me know in the comments if you have and what you think of them. Okay, so the stew's had 4.5 hours. There's half hour left to go, but depending if the meat is soft enough, it will be all right to just leave it at 4.5 hours. So let's just have a look. Don't take the lid off too much during cooking. This is going to be my first time within the time slot, just because it will prolong the cooking if you remove it too many times. So let's have a little look. Smelling nice. Okay, just be careful because it's hot. A bit of a stir. It's looking nice, and all the vegetables look nice and cooked. The meat does look cooked, but I'm just going to check it and see. There's a lovely smell of the wine and the herbs and the stock in there, the onions. So let's just check if the meat is ready. And then if it is, we can get on with putting the making the dumplings. I think that does need the last half an hour, so let's put the lid back on. And then what we'll do is we will make the dumplings. Once the dumplings are made, they then need to go in to the slow cooker for about an hour. So let's make the dumplings. So in the bowl here I've got 125 grams of self-raising flour, which I've just sifted into the bowl. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to add our suet, which I've got here, which is 60 grams. We're going to add that in. And then we're going to just add in, got about a couple of tablespoons of parsley. This is fresh, you can use dried if you want to. It's in fact parsley that I grow myself, so I just add that in. And then what we want to do now is add about 100 milliliters of cold water and stir to make a soft and slightly sticky dough. So let's just add the cold water in. Not add most of it, but just leave a little bit just in case we don't need that last little bit. Just going to give that a mix. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make the dumplings, just make them like size roughly of golf balls, and then we put them on a plate, and then they'll be ready to add about half an hour when the stew is ready. So I think that needs that last little bit. May need a little bit more. 100 milliliters is just a rough approximation. You want it to come together, but you want it to be slightly sticky. I think we'd need just a touch more cold water. Okay, I have some to hand behind me in my fridge, so I'll just add a bit more. And you'll see when it all comes together. Like I say, it should be slightly sticky. I think that is hopefully going to be it now. It's all coming together as a nice ball. Of course, this is a great recipe for when it's cold outside, which at the moment there's not much improvement in the weather in the UK, but hopefully we'll see a bit of sunshine soon. But it's also a nice comforting food as well, so I think that's about ready. So yeah, it's slightly sticky, so we just want to roll. So let's say make them into about size of a golf ball, and then we put that on the plate. So I'll do that with the rest of them now, and then by the time we've done that, the stew should nearly be ready. So I've now made all the dumplings, got 9 from that batch. Now I'm going to add them to the stew, as the stew's now had its 5 hours. So let's just remove the lid. And then we're going to let the dumplings cook for about an hour in the slow cooker. So we're just going to place the dumplings in, and what I'm going to do is just leave a little space in between each one because they will expand a bit. Okay, let's put them in, and like I say, for about an hour on that and that, and then we can sit these ones in the middle. There we go. Okay, so we'll put the lid back on, and then we'll check that in about an hour's time it should be ready. So the dumplings have now had an hour. I'm just going to take a look and see how they're doing. Just carefully remove the lid. And I'm just going to turn it off. As you can see, the stew is now ready, and I'm just going to be serving it with some mashed potato. So let's get a bit out and give it a try. It's looking and smelling good, so let's just get some on the plate, get some gravy. And, you know, doing the stew is, like I say, it's one of those great comfort foods, especially when it's cold as well. And the great thing about in a slow cooker is you can just leave it and then come back to it. So let's have a little taste, and of course let me know in the comments what you like to cook in the slow cooker. Let's get a bit of the meat and see how that's come out nice and soft. Get a bit of dumpling, a bit of veg. That's definitely worked really well. I'm so glad that I decided to try and get a slow cooker. I've been thinking about it for a while, and yeah, finally done it, and I'm pleased. And like I say, you can just leave it in there and come back to it when it's ready. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to, and thank you if you have. And ring that bell for notification of future cooking videos. I will do more in the slow cooker as well. So if you've got a slow cooker and you're wondering what to cook in it, I'll do some more recipes soon. And I'll see you in the next video.